On the surface of 3I Atlas, astronomers have identified 7 powerful jets of gas, extending millions of kilometers. And here's the wild part. Some observers claim these jets mirror the geometric layers of the Great Pyramids of Giza, a comet from another star system, showing striking similarities to one of Earth's oldest architectural wonders. Coincidence? Cosmic message? Or something far deeper than either? Tonight, we follow the trail of 3I Atlas and uncover what scientists, theorists, and even historians are beginning to piece together. Jets, or focused plumes of gas and dust, have erupted from its icy surface. That's normal for comets. What's not normal is how structured these emissions are. Astronomers have now catalogued 7 distinct jets, arranged with uncanny symmetry, a natural process or intentional design. The idea took off on social media after amateur astronomers began sharing enhanced images of the jets. One post went viral, a composite showing the 7 jets overlaid on an image of the Giza Plateau, and the alignment was shocking. The 3 brightest jets, clustered at one edge of the nucleus, matched the layers of the Great Pyramids almost perfectly. But the claims didn't stop there. Some users pointed to December 24, Christmas Eve 2025, noting that on that night, 3I Atlas will appear in the night sky at nearly the same azimuth as the Great Pyramid's central axis. A sky alignment from a comet reflected by a monument built over 4,500 years ago. The theory remains unverified, but the conversation it sparked has drawn millions of curious eyes to the skies. Meanwhile, back in the world of scientific instruments and spectral data, professionals have been equally stunned, if more reserved. Frank Niebling, an astronomer with the Pixel Skis Observatory in Spain, captured a stunning image on November 9. In that image, the iron tail of 3I Atlas curves dramatically under pressure from the solar wind. And hidden within that arc, those 7 jets. No agency has officially confirmed any link to the pyramids, but astronomers admit that the observed jet structure is, in their words, unusual. The geometry, the number, and the separation of the jets suggest a level of directional focus not typically seen in comets. So what's causing this? Avi Loeb, the Harvard astrophysicist, who's made headlines for suggesting Oumuamua could have been artificial, has turned his attention to 3I Atlas, and the data he's shared is intriguing. Between 5:08 and 5:22 a.m. on November 9, Loeb's team captured high-resolution data indicating that the jets span a shocking 2.85 million kilometers across, while the comet itself was still 326 million kilometers from Earth. 2 of the jets, anti-tails, face the sun. One primary jet extends straight outward opposite the solar direction. Loeb believes upcoming Hubble and Webb observations might map the full 3D structure of these jets. But even now, comparisons between the Hubble image, taken in July, and today's latest photos reveal major morphological changes. Something is happening. What we know so far suggests a giant 3I Atlas could be over 10 kilometers wide, possibly more, and contain as much as 50 billion tons of material. Loeb estimates that the jets are ejecting gas at speeds around 0.4 kilometers/, sustained for at least 3 months. This isn't just a few wisps of vapor. The region around these jets is estimated to be 1 million times denser than the surrounding solar wind, and that's astonishing. Comets simply don't behave this way unless something unusual is powering them. Is it purely thermodynamic, or could another force be at work? Loeb has raised a compelling comparison. If this were an artificial probe, and that's a huge if, the jets could resemble a primitive propulsion system. Chemical rockets produce thrust at about 3 to 5 kilometers/. Iron thrusters can reach up to 50 kilometers/ with much less fuel. If 3I Atlas were using advanced propulsion, the observed jets might be the result of deliberate maneuvering. That theory is extreme. But the probability of an object this large, this symmetrical, entering our system by sheer chance, Loeb puts it at 1 in 100 million. We return now to Giza. Could it really be a coincidence? Some ancient texts, from Egyptian, Sumerian, and even Vedic sources, speak of sky visitors and heavenly signs. Historians have long debated whether the Great Pyramid was constructed as a tomb, a celestial calendar, or even a transmitter of cosmic information. If civilizations of the past understood astronomical cycles in ways we still don't, could they have encoded that knowledge in stone? Is it possible they built to mark the return of an interstellar traveler, one that comes not in cycles, but once in a galaxy's lifetime? We can't say, but the overlap is eerie. 3I Atlas's jets mapped onto the pyramids are geometrically convincing. Maybe the connection is symbolic, or maybe, just maybe, it's scientific. So where does that leave us? We have an object from another star, revealing 7 jets in symmetrical formation. Jets that just happen to mirror some of Earth's most enigmatic structures. An object so rare, its arrival defies statistical norms. And yet here it is on approach to Earth's neighborhood, scheduled to be closest on December 19. Is it a natural phenomenon, echoing ancient patterns? A cosmic coincidence that stirs the soul? Or the faint signature of something designed, crossing the light years to say, we were here? Whatever the answer, December 2025 could become a turning point. So make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more informative, genuine space videos in the future.